We're going to get even deeper into why I think Tombstone is the main villain. Tombstone is sort of like a mutant. He wasn't born one, but he still is mutated DNA. His DNA was mutated by Deox 3. So he would be the one. He has that in common with what's happening to Spider-Man. He deliberately is mutating Spider-Man. He sent the guy who played Ezra Bridger, MJ's boyfriend now, Boomerang, to go and plant himself, drop a little in his drink or maybe some smoke in his vent. Somehow we'll see it. And that's what's going to turn him slowly into Man Spider. Now, I don't think he's going to be completely Man Spider. He might for a little bit. I think the DODC is not only going against mutants, they're also trying to take down Tombstone's criminal empire. Research that I've done is also hints that he might be using a Deox 3 to create superhuman henchmen. He sees that as a leg up against regular humans to take over the city. Only reason why Tombstone would know so much about Peter Parker and Spider-Man, even though the spell wiped away any information about him, is because Tombstone is getting information from Jean Grey. Jean Grey probably has some sort of tumultuous home life or something, and she got picked up and put under the wing of Tombstone, and that's who she's working for temporarily. Punisher, Frank Castle, is saving her from having to be basically mutant trafficked by Tombstone. She's going to try to save him from completely becoming Man Spider. By that point, it's too late. Tombstone, at that last remake of that comic book cover of Spider-Man, is going to drop him from a building. He's going to die. Then when Punisher's picking him up all bloody, they're going to have a funeral for him. Somehow that symbiote is going to go into the grave. See him in a black suit climb out of the grave. We have him set up for Secret Wars. Now, why is genius that they have him fighting this mutation of Man Spider right before he gets the symbiote? Is because he's learning the gray areas of life. He's learning balance. He's going to be a master at controlling the symbiote a lot better than Tobey Maguire was. That is the rebirth that the Jackal speaks of. This is part 4. After this one, part 5 is going to be the Jackal most likely. Because Tombstone has all this information using Jean Grey, I think she even knows about multiverse versions of herself, such as the Femke Jensen that is going to pass away at the beginning of Doomsday, right? In that Cyclops scene when he's going crazy on the Sentinels. What makes her special amongst all the people who work for him is she's the only one that was born a mutant. All of the rest of them were turned mutants with the same Deox 3 chemical that accidentally turned him into Tombstone. And now he's learning how to use this and weaponize this chemical. That's why the DODC is trying to convince Spider-Man to go after Jean Grey. See him shaking hands with Tremel Tillman. They're going to use that to try to transform Peter Parker into Man Spider, so that when he completely loses control, Tombstone can use Jean Grey to mind control Man Spider and have Man Spider as his strongest tool in his takeover. A whole little mutant army. So Tombstone is kind of like Magneto before Magneto. You gotta think, they have not showed him in the trailer. It could be, oh, because he has a small part. I think it's the exact opposite. We're all nerds here, but I think some people getting a little too nerdy. Typhoid Mary. What about everybody that said, oh, what is she, Jean Grey because she has red hair? I think Jean Grey and Spider-Man are going to come back around full circle in Secret Wars, and they're going to be the MVPs to destroy Doom. Of course, along with Franklin Richards.